Oi with the poodles already. Welcome to Comfort Shows brought to you by the Officially Unofficial Geek channel. My name is Carrie Quinn. I am the OUG, and today on Comfort Shows, we're going to explore the wide world of Gilmore Girls. Yes, folks, you are probably, if you knew me well enough, you're probably wondering when is Carrie going to talk about Gilmore Girls on Comfort Shows. I have mentioned it in the past, and now I am doing it. Yes, it's a pair of scissors. Um, so comfort shows. Let's give you a lowdown on what I mean by comfort shows before we get into talking about this week's topic or this show's topic. I don't necessarily do these weekly basis, but like I just do them and they happen. So, oh, that's a good point to bring up. Okay, because here's the thing because we don't have a set schedule around here. So, if you want to know when I drop a video, set the notification bell on the channel and you will be notified when I drop a video because I don't do it on a regular basis. I basically just do it when I can. Okay. And that's just kind of how it has to be. From my sanity for anything, like just to, I realized that doing these videos on a regular basis and doing stuff where it has to be done on a regular basis put too much like stress. And it was really not fun for a while. And now that I'm kind of just doing things on my own time, um, it's fun. It's fun again. And I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this show. Now, Comfort Shows, my show, Comfort Shows, is about talking about these shows that you go to a specific show or a genre of shows, like an episode we did previously involved watching true crime documentaries as a comfort. Um, and there are these shows that you go to relieve anxiety or your troubles from the day that you've watched them before and you'll watch them again because they are comforting to you. So, um, these are usually shows that have already aired or have been out there for a little bit of time, hence Gilmore Girls. All right, so Gilmore Girls. Let's talk about a little bit about Gilmore Girls. Okay, so Gilmore Girls. Let me give you the lowdown a little bit on what Gilmore Girls is as a show. So Gilmore Girls, now I'm reading from the Wikipedia here, okay? So this is not something that, is just coming out of my ass here, okay? Gilmore Girls is an American comedy drama television series created by Amy Sherman Palladino, and it's starring Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel. The show started in October of the year 2000. This was on the WB network, which eventually became the CW network. And it ran for 7 seasons and finally ended its run in May of 2007. 7 seasons the show was on, so there's plenty of journey that you can take with Lorelai and Rory. Now, Lorelai and Rory are played by Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel, respectively, and they are the main characters of the show. They are Lorelai and Rory Gilmore. Now, the whole basis. Let me actually kind of give you a little bit of background where you may have seen the work of Amy Sherman Palladino before. She actually, very popular TV show like last couple years was The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel that ran on Amazon Prime. She is responsible for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That is an absolutely awesome show. If you've never watched it, so totally watch it. There's a actress on the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel that does little guest spots. Oh God, what is her name? it's escaping me right now, but she has little guest spots as the harpist at the inn in Gilmore Girls, and she has a main character spot in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Why am I blanking on the name? Why am I? Hold on. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go look and see what this person's name is. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alex Borstein. Yes, Alex Borstein. That is the character, the actress's name. She plays the harpist that guest appearances in the inn in Gilmore Girls. Well, she actually plays Susie Meyerson in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which, if you've seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that is the main character of Mrs. Maisel's manager, basically. For those of you that are coming here because you've seen some of my comic book content, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is also the show that skyrocketed to stardom. Rachel Bronson, who is going to be the new Lois Lane. So, just to give you a little bit of background on that one. Anyways, so the show Gilmore Girls takes place in a fictional town of Stars Hollow, and Stars Hollow is in New England, and it's really cool because Stars Hollow is this cute little quaint small town that you always hear about in New England, but you know, it's a little fictional town, cute, where everybody knows each other and everything, and so you have um the story of Lorelai and Rory Gilmore. Now, Lorelai got pregnant with Rory when she was 16. She left home, and her parents are very well to do, very wealthy people that live nearby in, oh God, they live in Hartford, I think. Um, so when Lorelai got pregnant with Rory, she decided she was going to leave all that behind, and she has very, very little contact with her mom and dad, and Rory doesn't have a lot of contact with her grandparents. Um, what little contact they have is very strained, and it's just that's kind of where we find ourselves in the beginning of the series. And Lorelai finds out that Rory, who is a gifted, wonderful, intelligent student, has been accepted to a wonderful private school. She doesn't have to go to public school anymore. This private school is going to just open up doors for her to get into her dream college of Harvard. Okay. So what happens is Lorelai finds out how much this school is going to cost. She realizes she can't afford it. They won't do a payment arrangement. So she has to go to her mom and dad to see if they would lend her the money, which prompts Emily, who is Lorelai's mother and Richard, to make the decision that yes, if we are going to give you this money, though, however, we have to, if we're going to be monetarily involved in your life, we would like to be actually involved in your life. Um, and so they require Lorelai and Rory to come over for dinner every Friday night. And if Lorelai wants to abide by that, then they will pay for Rory's education. This is a big deal because it will make it a lot easier for Rory to get into the school of her choice. Because Rory at this time wants to go to Harvard. So you have this whole dynamic between you have the first dynamic that's between Lorelai and Rory, okay? And then you have the dynamic between Lorelai, Rory, and her parents, Lorelai and her parents. Then you have the two girls, Lorelai and Rory, and their dynamic with the entire town of Stars Hollow. And this is a really great Um, it's just like interesting, like juxtaposition of worlds. Like you have the world that Lorelai left when she had Rory, and the world that she chose by coming to Stars Hollow and making their life. Now Rory, like I said, is a really great student, doing really great. Lorelai has kind of raised herself up by her own bootstraps and is working at the same inn that she found a job right after she left home as a maid, but now she is the manager of the entire inn. She has a friend by the name of Suki, who Suki is the inn cook. It's like a bed and breakfast inn, okay? And Suki is the main chef there. Now, Suki is played by Melissa McCarthy. Yes, that Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy from the female Ghostbusters. McCarthy from Spy, from Bridesmaids. This is kind of one of her breakout roles, is Suki St. James on Gilmore Girls. And that is Lorelai's best buddy, okay? So they have this dream of running an inn, their own inn together someday. And that's who they are. They work with Michelle, and that's kind of the thing at the end, right? And then you have everybody else in town, where you have this diner that they always go to named Luke's. You have Miss Patty's dance studio. You have their wacky neighbor, played by Suzanne Summers. Yeah. Um, and it's just so much fun. And Luke is the owner of the diner, and they set it up like right from the beginning that there's like this flirtation between him and Lorelai, and you can't ignore it. And then you have the guy that Rory meets on like within the last few days of her going to the public school, which ends up becoming her boyfriend because he just moved to town and he's the new, cute, sweet, new kid, right? And it's just this wonderful just all the different interactions between everyone in the show. It's just a really wonderful show, and it's really well written. And if you can get past the fact that, like, I know some people are turned off by the fact that they talk so quickly. They just have that dynamic, and it's really funny because Lauren Graham wrote a autobiography, where it was like I think it was called Talking as Fast as I Can. And it was Lauren Graham, referring to the fact that she was Lorelai Gilmore and how quickly she had to speak in that role. Like I said, this goes on for 7 seasons. You have all kinds of different, interactions, and people come into the show. Some major key people that come into that. Oh, I didn't even mention Rory's best friend, Lane, okay, is a Korean girl, that her parents immigrated to the United States, and they are Seven-Day Adventists. But Lane has been like rebelling secretly against that throughout the entire show. Um, and what else is there? Yeah, so it's just you have the different boyfriends. Like, if you've watched the show and you were like a fan of the show, you have a definite opinion of who your favorite boyfriend of Rory, the daughter, is. You have your definite, like, choice for which one was the best one. Um, the best one is Jess. By the way, the best one is Jess. By the time you get there, Jess comes into the world of Gilmore Girls in season 2. Jess is the best Rory boyfriend between Dean, Jess, and Logan. It's definitely Jess. And if you were to watch all of it, you'll know why. I assure you, you'll know why. Um, you have a sequel series. If you want to watch Gilmore Girls, you have a sequel series as well that is housed on Netflix. It's A Year in the Life, and it's 4 supersized episodes that are over an hour long. I think they might actually be veering in on 2 hours. So 4 little movies. that you can watch also as like a sequel series. So you can see Rory and how she is negotiating being an adult. Um, but it really just takes you from Rory getting into Chilton to Rory graduating from, well, I won't give that away. Um, I won't give away where she ends up going to college because you should watch it and find out. Um, but I really don't want to keep you guys that long talking about Gilmore Girls. Some of the really cool things, like you'll see people talking about Gilmore Girls and feeling like they want to watch Gilmore Girls in the fall. But the thing is they have like special stuff in like there's the episode where Lorelai claims that she can smell snow. And it's like a winter episode. You have it's all very it's all it's hard to describe. It just needs to be experienced. And I want to say that if you want to watch Gilmore Girls, I say just dive in. Just go for it from the beginning because especially right now, those first few episodes take place in the fall. So, drop everything, get over to Netflix and watch Gilmore Girls. Just go ahead, do it because right now is the perfect time to watch it because those first few episodes take place in fall. So much fun. Or you can research the different episodes that take place in fall and maybe, switch it up like that. Um, or find somebody. The 7 seasons is a little bit daunting, I can admit. Find someone that maybe would be willing to curate a list for you that has watched Gilmore Girls before because really it's a great story and I think you should watch it. And it's the reason I keep Netflix around, quite frankly. That's like there's more than one reason, but quite frankly, I have a hard time like canceling my Netflix account, mostly because of Gilmore Girls. Yeah. Hmm. Somebody were to get me all of the seasons of Gilmore Girls, it would probably be pretty tough for me to cancel Netflix. I'm just gonna be real with you. Just keeping it real with you. Just keeping it real. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm going to let you go. Please check out the bottom below the video, the description. Um, there's going to be a link in there for my friend's GoFundMe. She is battling cancer right now, and she can use all the help she can get to help with everyday things so that she can fight this bitch called cancer. Um, just want to help her however I can. And that's going to be the link is going to be down in the description. It's also going to be in my link tree on the channel page, also in my link tree that you will see in my social media Instagram at officially unofficial geek. Please check that out if you're able. Please help out. Every little bit helps. Every little bit counts. And also, we will chat soon with another episode of Comfort Shows coming up very soon. I already know the next episode of Comfort Shows, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a sitcom that I used to love that was on Fox. And every once in a while, I watch those shows again. Some of them in order. Sometimes I just go and pick random shows. And the television show I'm speaking of is a kind of kind of a commentary on the idea of the manic pixie dream girl, and that would be New Girl, starring Zoe Deschanel, and Jake Johnson, Lamorne. Oh God, what is his last name? Hold on. Gosh, I'm a dork, guys. Sorry. It's Lamorne Morris. Um, there's also Hannah Simone and Max Greenfield. Um, I think Max Greenfield used to be on Veronica Mars before New Girl, so that's a little bit of a connection. Zoe Deschanel, obviously, She was the love interest in the movie Elf. Um, and let's see here. What was Jake Johnson in recently? He was in The Mummy with Tom Cruise. That's one thing. But yeah, anyway, that's probably going to be the next episode. I've been rewatching some of those episodes as well, and we'll get that out ASAP. But until next time, keep your eyes and ears open. If you see something, say something, and remember the complacent never make a difference. So get out there and make a difference however you can. And let's see here. That's it. Until next time. This has been Comfort Shows with the Officially Unofficial Geek channel. My name is Carrie Quinn, and I'll be seeing ya. Bye.